Washington is a high-intensity town, as you said in your introduction. And you just see the two sides engaged now. And the Constitution will come into play here. There'll be a lot of politics, a lot of storm. How it comes out, nobody knows. We'll just have to see.
Really, you haven't got a best guess on it then? Because
No.
I thought, I have to say, a couple of days ago, I thought it politically dead and buried. But
Well,
what a comeback.
I mean, that's exactly right. It's a comeback. He's come back onto the field. He's absolutely categorically denied it. Now we'll have to see what the Office of the Independent Counsel comes up with. He'll come back onto the field. There's so many rumors, so many leaks, so much innuendo, half-truths. It's just going to take some time to settle and let the truth come out.
Do you like him? Because interestingly enough, it was unusual when you were brought in by Bush and when Clinton took over. Normally they change ambassadors,
Right.
but you were kept on, weren't you? So he must like you. Do you like him?
Yeah, I must say I do. I mean, he's a very outgoing individual. He's articulate. He's extremely smart. He's now got an awful lot of experience in the presidency. So and he's obviously very well regarded by the American public. We're quite lucky. He's been president at a very fortunate time. Cold War is over, peace abroad, a tremendous economy at home. The country's doing very, very well.
You know obviously a lot about this country as well as America. If the situation with Clinton was happening here, he was our Prime Minister, do you think the British people would rally round him? Are we more prudish? Would he be a survivor? We don't know he's survived yet, but do you think he would have stood a chance of surviving in this country?
I think it's very difficult to translate this situation into the UK, because in the United States, the president is both head of state, i.e. the monarchical role here, the role of Buckingham Palace, if you will, and he's also head of government, like the Prime Minister. So it's a fusion of those two roles, whereas here you have them quite separate and distinct. And so a Prime Minister, for example, is not seen as necessarily embodying the values of the nation or the continuity of the nation. So it's a very, very different situation.
Because it looks like we're going to shuffle possibly Robin Cook sideways. So I just wondered whether Clinton might have had a worse chance of survival in this country than your own.
Well, again, I think the situation is very difficult to translate. With the written Constitution, you engage all of these aspects of the United States government. Here it's pretty straightforward. You know, the Prime Minister either commands a majority in the House of Commons or he doesn't. And you can decide that in 24 hours.
So in a similar, you'd say to be a similar situation, Tony Blair would have to have an affair with the Queen and we'd have to get rid of both of them. in order to perhaps we ought to leave Clinton alone for a little while.
Oh, it's a movie script. I can see it now.
There's a novel now.
Yeah,
but it can only happen in America.
That's right. We'll get American.
Talking about only happening in America, the general attitude of people around the world, when you think of America, tends to be fast food, certain types of fizzy drinks, and that whole thing comes with America. And yet, in London at the moment, there is a big exhibition of American culture. Do you think that America gets a bad rap in that sort of...
Yeah, well, to some degree, I think, yes, we do get a bad rap. It is pop culture. But one of the things I like about the United States so much, and I think a lot of people who go there have the same response, is that you can find in that country everything. And in fact, the extreme of everything. It's an electric, energetic, bubbling nation, and is made up of all sorts of people, and it's huge, and all these things happen. Some of them are god-awful. Some of them are god-awful. And some of them are terrific. And you know, if you're over here and you're reading about your own country, you can understand why there's a concentration, say, on the violence, or race tension, or whatever. But then on the same program, they'll say, you know, a team of American scientists today, da-da-da-da. And you can hear that almost, you know, 2 or 3 times a week, coming up with these astonishing things. I think writers, actors, et cetera, in the United States are terrific and stronger and stronger.